I mean, a lot of photography for me is about imagining an image before it occurs. And a good example of that is during the Holi festival. You know, it's hard to describe the way it feels to have hundreds of people walk up to you and touch your face constantly. You know, it's actually a very difficult thing to accept. You're so used to people just giving you your space, and during Holi festival it doesn't exist. And I, imagine that the way I could show that is that I wanted to capture a hand actually getting on my face. So, every time someone walked up to me and started touching me, I would throw my camera to the closest focus and pull it behind me and just start firing at random, hoping that I would capture the hand about to hit my face. It really gives you an idea of what you see. You just see hands blurry in your face, constantly touching you, and it's unnerving, but I mean, it is also kind of a unique experience. India, in a sense, is basically a photographer's destination. Most of the tourists here that come to India are photographers. You come to this overcrowded country with so many people. It's extremely high energy and action, and there's just a lot of very, incredibly visual elements to capture. It's always occurring at every second and every corner. So as a photographer, it's pretty much ideal. I think my background as a skateboarder kind of drew me away from being an actual skate photographer because I was so used to being photographed and not photographing people. And I think that kind of led me into doing more documentary work, more reportage. So growing up as a skater, I always wanted to take photographs of things and just photograph my friends doing everything, but I never needed the insane equipment that a lot of skate photographers, require to get the shots, like a fisheye, stands, flashes, all of that. So I was really kind of learning how to work in natural light and just shooting, what it caught my interest. About 8 years ago, I was drawn to using rangefinder lenses, Leica cameras, these types of expensive toys. But in the end, it just really kind of taught me how to use the tools that I have, controlling the camera by myself without relying on autofocus and without relying on artificial lighting to create what I needed. And it started to kind of parlay into using it for skateboard photography because I can use the environment to frame the image. If I don't have a flash and I need to make a skateboarder stick out in a scene, I find something in the scene that's going to frame the skateboarder. It's a sweet bank on a tree. It's probably the first nice kind of clean spot with good runway we found. It's in the middle of a really busy street, but there is no unbusy street in India. It's already getting hectic. We haven't even warmed up yet. I guess we were sort of looking for spots that sort of encompassed India. It showed the sort of ruggedness of it all and the textures and the kind of the environment that you're thrown into. You don't really find a lot of perfect spots. There are some nice handrails in newer parts of the city maybe, or some big gaps that just look like they could be anywhere. But I think with this trip we were really trying to go into the little cutty alleyways and to find these sort of things in the neighborhoods and really kind of give a feeling of what it's like to skateboard in local areas of India where just regular people are. I've been shooting this bus portrait series, and mainly because it's kind of a reoccurring element of all the places that I travel, is that there's these, magnificent looking buses with all these textures, and and the people in them, they're either really relaxed, or they're at the start of their day where they're bummed, or they're at the end of the day where they're exhausted, and the emotion in the face is so unique on a bus to me, because it captures the essence of their day or what is going to soon be their day. So there's an element of intensity that goes with shooting people on buses. In India, I think just in general, shooting portraiture in India is easier. I think it has to do with the culture. So there's a general acceptance of being photographed here. People will chase you down in the street and ask to be photographed. You know, it's a great place for someone who's just starting out and trying to get into photography to kind of come and do their thing and kind of explore and understand and, you know, change and learn and grow. India will definitely change over the next 10, 15 years, but I think it will remain as like kind of like a great place for a tourist to come shoot photographs and, you know, do their thing. It's kind of the perfect place to learn.